Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's second video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the 10 to 14 days for today's second video. Day 10 will take us to the 29th of February, last day of the month, and we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the extension GFS and ECM ensembles. Maybe run to around a couple of weeks. We'll have a look at the CFS V2 at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks. That gets into the middle of March. I should get time back for you in a moment. Just to say that first, video release today was our 6th UK weather forecast, so please like, share, subscribe on all today's bits of content, and thank you so much everybody for doing that. Hope you're having a lovely Monday. Right, okay, we're going to start off with the situation of the stratosphere for this one, I think. So, of course, we had a significant warming of the stratosphere last week. We can see that the yellow and green colours here push from Russian Siberia into the North Pole, displacing polar vortex at its roots. These blue colours out into Northern Europe and into the North Atlantic as well. We call this a displacement event. Now, a renewed warming is going to start picking up over the next 24 hours or so over Russian Siberia again. So that should just reinforce the earlier warming and displacement. So over the next few days, you see that the blue colours become increasingly stretched and absolutely stretched to their limits and to, hold on, so sorry, buddy, and to breaking point. Up towards 26th of February. Another warming there starting to pick up over Europe as well, quite interestingly, by the 26th, 27th of February. That one pushing up into Russia and also intensifying again as we move into the early part of March. But up to like 6th of March, the polar vortex is still there, still in business, displaced, yes, but still. We see those blue colours over the North Atlantic in southern parts of Greenland and out into Canada and North America as well. So the indestructible, the immortal PV of 2023-24 continuing up to the 6th of March there, despite the renewed warming of the stratosphere that we have going on over Russia and Europe and into polar regions through the first few days of March. Now, this weather is quite interesting. It looks like the solar wind went into reverse. So you see how the blue line here has dipped under the zero line. Oh, it looks like we had a reversal of solar winds yesterday. Whether that is enough, though, to say that a major sun stratospheric warming event has occurred, I'm not sure. It's going to last for 24 hours, I think. So we'll see. We'll probably find out later today or tomorrow whether a major sudden stratospheric warming event classified as a reversal of solar winds at 10 basic degrees north has indeed occurred. Now, if we put the GFS ensembles in, you can see that we're going to rebound with the solar wind over the next few days. Over the next week, the solar wind going to go back up to average. Then dropping out again. Early March, that warming through early March looks like that could be the one that sends solar wind properly into reverse. That could be the one that produces a major significant sudden stratospheric warming event that is sustained over several days. Again, though, remember, we did think that this warming would do that. So about a week or two ago, we did see a green line going down that sort of level. I remember the GFS Ensembles really backed off that. And so we've ended up, with just like a 24-hour reverse of solar wind, if that. So we shall keep you updated. As I've been saying, it's a very, very unusual and strange season in terms of what's going on in the stratosphere and with the polar vortex and whatnot. I can't remember a year quite like this where we've seen so many, warmings and displacement events and et cetera, but we still have the polar vortex in business, and we still haven't had like a proper SSW. We did have that very brief reversal of solar wind in January. We've done it again over, now, by the look of it. Will the third warming there, will that be the one that does the trick into early March? We shall keep you updated. Strat watch coming up on Wednesday, of course. Right, Central England temperature is sitting at 8.6. This is really high for the CET. That's provisional to the 18th of February. That's nearly 5 degrees above 61 to 1990 average. I wonder if that could pop up into the 9s over the next couple of days before it starts dropping down. Remember, we've got to come in above 7.9. 7.9 is the warmest CET from February 1779, actually. 1779 was the year, but we got that all-time warm CET record. So to beat that, we've got to come in basically at 8 degrees. So we've got another 0.6 of a degree to play with. So that might tick up a little bit more, go up to about, I don't know, might go up to about 8.8, something like that, 8.9. And then it will probably start coming down, though, through the second half of this week. It'll be very, very interesting where we land with CET by the time we get to month's end. Beats with GFS, upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks. Red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for London. So we keep warm weather going for the time being, but the warm, mild conditions are running out of road now. And so for about Thursday, Friday onwards, we go below average. Remember, final week of February into the first week of March, it's average or even cooler than average. So losing most significantly above average upper and surface temperatures that we've had throughout most of this month so far. Precipitation-wise, so a couple more days of slightly drier weather to come for London, but from Wednesday onwards, the deluge is back, and then just looking really unsettled as we go through the remainder of February and into early March as well. Snow row for London looks like that, so just a few snow spikes actually, particularly focused around next week or the coming weekend, 24th, 25th of February, some snow spikes coming through there. Not a huge amount of them. Go somewhere like Birmingham, I expect it to look a little bit more encouraging. Yes, it does. So we see more and more snow spikes for Birmingham. Then I bet if we go to Sheffield, it'll look even more encouraging. Yes, it does. So the further north you go, the greater the risk that you could start getting some snow into the mix by the end of this week. Temperature anomalies from the 19th, 27th of February coming out average to a little bit above. We are losing the intensity of the red colour there, so we're not going to be as highly above average, for the next week as we have been. We might even see the blue site to reappear on this chart as we go through this week. That'll be interesting to keep an eye on. Precipitation anomalies from the 19th, 27th of February, average or wetter than normal conditions in most places, particularly wet in the south and west actually. That's nearer normal further eastwards. The latest Windflow Map from Earth from oldskool.net shows that the next area of low pressure south of Greenland and its weather fronts waiting in the wings. They'll start to make their presence felt through tonight, tomorrow, particularly on Wednesday. Okay, let's start going through the chart data then. Mr. Avalanche UK bet Euro run is looking midnight on Thursday. Low pressure around Iceland, wet and windy weather sweeping in from off the Atlantic there. Remember going to be showery westerly winds as we go through into Friday. Into next weekend, another little secondary low starts pushing south through the country, coming further wet weather, and then this low developing to west of Ireland is quite interesting. That becomes a channel low as it moves across southern coastal areas through Sunday. That's kind of thing that can give us an event depending on how cold the air is to the north of below. So, rain or snow possible with that channel low there down across southern counties by the end of the coming weekend. That's midnight Monday 26th of February, very long way off of course. And then we've got Icon again showing wetter windy weather Wednesday to Thursday, and introducing this cooler push of west-northwesterly winds with that as well. Into the coming weekend, we're looking quite chilly and showery winds in from the northwest. The air is coming from Iceland and Greenland, so you'll notice the drop in temperature, particularly after how mild or even warm it's been over the past few days. But we're set up with Icon as we get to the end of it. Low pressure sort of to the north and to the east. Winds coming in from, if a chilly northwesterly direction, if not potentially rather cold sort of northerly. If that low was to go in that direction, which I think it might do, then the upshot would probably be to bring in like a proper northerly. So cool northwesterlies potentially going northerly as we go into the closing days of February. But KMA looks like that. Once more wet and windy as we're going through the latter stage of weekend into weekend, cool showery conditions. This secondary low here zipping through across the south from Saturday through to Sunday might deliver some heavy rain and or a little bit of snow potentially on the northern edge. Winds in from the northeast as we go into the beginning of next week, so looking quite cold and showery with that. And then high pressure starting to try and build over into the east of the country. So perhaps going a bit drier, but quite chilly as we go through the opening days of March there. This is how the GFS midnight run was looking. Again, very wet and windy through the middle part of the week. Cool and showery northwesterly winds. A little low zipping just to our south there, running along the jet stream. That one goes into France. That's Saturday through to Sunday. But then this next low forming just here. You see the kinks in the ice bars around there. That's another developing low. And the GFS midnight run actually pushes that in to the south. Not quite a channel low, but it's not far from it. So the beginning of next week looking rather cold and wet. Rain, possibly some snow on the northern edge with that low, and winds in from a northeasterly direction as well. Moving up towards day 10, we keep those rather chilly and showery conditions going. And then stays unsettled into the beginning of March as well. Further low pressure bringing more cool and wet weather in with it. And then we get a bit of a change. So right at the very end of the GFS midnight run, we start to build in higher pressure much more strongly. This is probably quite a cold ridge. Will bring overnight frost, but by day in the March sunshine probably won't feel too bad. And the main thing with that is that we finally break out of the unsettled weather, and we'll get some drier weather with that. This is a precipitation forecast based on that GFS midnight run from the weather outlook. So look at all this rain coming in through the middle part of the coming week and through the Thursday as well. So Wednesday, Thursday looking very, very wet. As that gets out of way, that's when we get the drop in temperature, showers turning wintry into northern and western regions. And then into the weekend, we have some heavy rain down across France. So we missed the first low, but the second low gives us a hit. That brings some very wet weather into the south and the risk of some snow through Wales into the Midlands as well. With that, that's Monday 26th of February. All looks a bit marginal, but rain and snow potential there through the beginning of next week. And then we go into those northeasterly winds, and they could bring in some wintry showers with them. Let's have a GFS 6Z run is looking in comparison. So again, very cool showery conditions through the end of week and into weekend as well. Much further north, we've got this area of low pressure developing to the south of Iceland and sinking southwards. Now, a different solution with GFS 6Z, that's bringing heavy rain southwards probably with it. Eventually, as that slinks down into France, then we turn the wind into that colder northeasterly, and that was pretty chilly really, with high pressure building towards Scandinavia through the opening days of March. It's a beach from the east, but it's quite a cold easterly wind that we set up there through the first week of March. It certainly could be cold enough to bring some snow showers into southern and eastern parts of the country. Right, okay, let's have a quick look at the GFS 6Z as well. Precipitation type forecast from the weather outlook. So we'll go just here and we'll go there. Right, okay, so this is how the precipitation type forecast is looking based on that GFS 6Z run. Again, lots of wet weather sweeping in Wednesday into Thursday. As that rain gets out of the way, that's when the air turns cooler. Showers turning wintry into the north and west. Wintry showers into the north and west through to the weekend. And then we go through into the beginning of the following week. That low pressure dies southwards with a wintry mix of rain sleet and snow coming southwards with it. Then the winds are in to the north-northeast, so it's shower turning snow up in the north, otherwise quite a bit of dry weather. And then we start building pressure across the country, turn the wind into the east, and maybe that will start bringing in some snow showers with it. See a little bit of pink turning up in the southeast corner there. You can enjoy the video. Please, if you like, share and subscribe. And show everyone bored doing that. Why not drop a comment and let us know what you think about this and all of our videos and content. And don't forget to tell friends about GavsWeatherVids. Thanks so much, everybody, for doing that. We've hit 18,000 subscribers, so we're pushing on to 18.1k now. But let's say we're getting to 18k for a few days before we begin the grind once again. Thank you so much, everybody. GM, again, with low pressure in the ascendancy for the second half of the coming week. Cool and showery with that into the weekend. This deepening area of low pressure brings wet and windy weather in across the coast. Not much snow about away from Scotland. It's a big warmer sector, so just looking very wet and windy next weekend with the gem. And then beyond that, we're going to be cool, showery northwest winds, probably quite cold, showery northwest winds through into the closing days of February. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. And day 10, which is the 29th of February, below pressure slipping down into France and perhaps bringing an even colder sort of northerly or northeasterly push of winds then. And then lastly, we've got the ECM once more looking cool and showery through Thursday to Friday into the weekend. Again, we've got this big low diving in from the Atlantic. So the low pressures to the west of Ireland and Scotland, midnight Sunday. By midnight Monday, the lows across northern parts of France. So on a northwest-southeast alignment, trajectory might bring something a bit wintry into northern and northeastern parts of the country. With that, certainly looks like it would be a rainmaker. Beyond that, higher pressure trying to start building, doesn't really do so, and by day 10 we've got yet another cold front or something sweeping through the country, and it looks like that's about to renew the northerly. Actually, that's 29th of February, of course. Looks like we're about to renew the northerly as that cold front sweeps southeastwards. This is a precipitation forecast based on that ECM run from Meteo.com. No, again, we've got all this wet weather through the middle part of the week. Plenty of rain come through Wednesday and Thursday as well. Then we're into those cool, showery northwesterly winds with shower turning wintry into the north. More heavy rain through Sunday in particular. Again, particularly affecting England and Wales. Not much snow on the northern edge with that. And then we've got the cold front coming in at day 10, bringing further wet weather into the north. Behind that, showers turning back to snow once again. These are the options on the table within the ECM Ensembles day 4, day 10. From the Icelandic Met Office gets us to the 29th of February. 23 members of the ECM Ensembles with low pressure towards Greenland and Iceland. High pressure is down to the southwest, and low pressure is over France. So rather complicated pattern, but probably rather cool and showering with northwesterly winds with that. We've got 15 climate control and the operational run with high pressure into France. Low pressure is around Greenland, Iceland, and winds are coming from a westerly direction with that. And then we've got 13 with low pressure to our northeast, so that's probably going to bring northwesterly winds with it. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. It will get us to the 5th of March. 14 members of the ECM Ensembles looking very unsettled. Deep low pressure over top of the country, but 11 with high pressure over the side to the west country. Mainly dry with that. Could be a bit chilly though. Number 9 with low pressure to our west. That's going to be unsettled, but should be quite mild, bringing the wind up from the southwest with that. We've got another 9 here with high pressure between Iceland and Scotland. That would bring the wind in from a colder easterly direction. That could be like where the GFS 6 set is going at the end. And then we've got 8 with high pressure towards Scandinavia, and low pressure is over France. Again, we're likely to be bringing the wind from an easterly direction with that. Well, now a range of options, but most of them are, I have to say, looking a little bit on the chilly side as we go through into March. It's not going to be a quick change into spring, although it is spring like, has been spring like previous February, but in March we might find spring gets a little bit delayed actually. We'll see. CFS V2, finally, these are 500 millibar height anomalies broken down into weekly periods. The first week period will take us from the 19th to 25th of February. So the next week looks unsettled with low pressure to our north and northwest, and winds are coming in from off the Atlantic, so looking very unsettled in the weekend. Week 2 will be the 26th of February to the 3rd of March, with low pressure in across the west of Europe, high pressure pulling out into the Atlantic, northwest southeast alignment to wind flow and jet stream, so staying unsettled but turning cooler or colder. Week 3 will be the 4th to the 10th of March. Higher pressure then ridging in from off the Atlantic towards Scandinavia, so that's turning drier. Could be a little bit on the chilly side with winds in from the northeast. And then week 4 looks cold. It's going to be the 11th to the 17th of March with a trough of low pressure across Scandinavia and Northern Europe, combined with a mid-Atlantic ridge going up towards Greenland, and winds with that will be coming in from a cold northerly direction. As I say, spring may be a little bit delayed in March, and with such an unusually high February seating, I do wonder whether we might this year get March colder than February. We almost did that last year, but I think we just missed it. But this is a warmer February compared to last February, which was already very mild, of course. So I just wonder whether we might actually see March coming out colder than February this year. Early days on that, and of course we'll keep you updated with all of the developments. Right, we're done. If you enjoyed the video, please do like, share and subscribe. It shows everyone for doing that. Drop a comment, let us know what you think about this and all of our bits of content, and don't get to tell friends about GavsWeatherVids. Ask them to subscribe too, and we thank you so much for doing that. So I'll just tell you what's happening on the channel tomorrow. We're going to have a 6am UK weather forecast. We will have the EC 30-day extended forecast for Europe, and we're going to have a 10 to 14 day. That'll be late in the day tomorrow, because I'm off to Brum, actually, off to Birmingham, to have a bit of lunch with a friend. So that will be coming up. The 10 to 14 day will be when I get home. You know, we'll probably be late in the afternoon or early evening, I suspect. We'll see. Right, so that's the plan, and you enjoy the rest of your Monday, though. And for this video, that's all for now, and thanks so much.